Thanks for tuning in to the Campaigns of the Plains channel. Catch new material every Friday on YouTube and make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Now, on with the show.
And welcome to Campaigns of the Plains. Hey folks, guess who's back in the GM seat? Ha! Anyway, hey, hope you liked our little 6-part series, Monster of the Week in between. Guess what? We decided we wanted to do that again. And hey, look, we got a new contestant entering the arena. Woo! Thank you, Josh, for joining us this session. We've missed you, and we can't wait to dive into tonight's episode.
I did not kill him. Yep. I read the comments.
For what it's worth, this will air long after y'all have seen our return to D&D. So.
The Return of the King?
Yeah. Well, we also just filmed 6 episodes without him.
Yes.
Did we?
Yeah, the 6 shot.
I don't know. I don't even know what year it is at this point.
I've changed my whole hair length.
It's probably like 2023 now.
Episode.
Could already be 2024. We wwouldn't know it.
Is 2024
your
better?
Your audio broke.
Is 2024 better? Be honest.
Just blends into 1 year now.
I'm still convinced it's 2020.
Yeah, my concept of years has kind of broken. I'm like, when did this shit come out? What the
Hello?
fuck do you mean?
And
hey,
we're
you're back.
And we're back. Okay.
Back again.
But tonight we're diving back in to our Monster of the Week in between episodes where we find Toni and Trixi and Mickey and a lot of E's and David and another character which we'll meet here in a little bit. First, make sure that you go and complete all the necessary social Twitter, Instagram.
Hold up. You're going to need to restart that because, I don't know, you're doing some weird stuff.
You accidentally went into the Matrix, but I think you're back now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Try that again.
Okay.
Take it from the top.
Yeah, something with the camera, I think, which is unfortunate. But okay. Make sure to hit up our social media and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok if we ever choose to post it. Who knows? Maybe we already have, but
yeah, there's something really going on, man.
Gonna have to take that from the top again. You're glitching hard.
Well, not from the top, from TikTok.
From TikTok.
Yeah, we can't. You're just sounding like a glitch matrix there. You had a glitchy MIDI board there.
And it was working so well before we were recording.
Yeah.
Sounds like we're gonna fax.
Man, someone's trying to dial into the internet and send us a fax at the same time.
Yeah.
Who fucked this up?
And make a call. There's one landline, people.
I can hear my mom now yelling, "Get off the goddamn computer! I need to call somebody!"
I need to call Grandma. See if she took her pills.
You got the shitter primed? Nice. The shitter is primed.
Shitter.
Oh.
I could pick up the D20 and throw it at somebody again.
Oh! Is that what you've been waiting for?
And he just pulled one out.
I chucked it at Christian during the one shot.
Oh, you did. That's right.
Okay. All right. Let's see if I can do this without my computer glitching hard.
It's wet.
Hey, make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok if we ever post something there. Who knows? Maybe we already have. We are doing this from the past for time travelers. At least we will be next season on Monster of the Week, so stay tuned for that. And, hey, with that, do we have any other announcements?
I don't know at this time, because we'll be doing this eventually. You'll see this sometime.
Merry Christmas.
2025.
Maybe we'll insert something from the future in here.
Yeah.
Anyway,
cut
make sure
to
to follow
future
us on
Travis
YouTube,
with
so that we can make partner and dye Christian red
Maybe Christian's... Or we are already partnered. Maybe Christian's red right now.
Oh, that's...
Change in post.
You know what? Give us
Go
even
frame-
more
frame
lights.
painted
Just
now.
to like 1,500, 2,000, we'll dye them purple.
Hey!
What?
yeah.
Yep,
What are we?
I signed them up.
Hair or body?
hair and beard.
Don't know the whole body this time. Blue Man Group it.
Which is why I'm apparently not allowed to...
Let's make him Captain Planet.
Oh,
Silver and
yeah.
green.
Yeah.
I refuse. For Earth Day.
I refuse
2023.
Captain Planet.
By our powers combined.
Oh my
Captain
God, can we get
Christian,
rings?
He's a hero.
Honey.
Oh, yeah.
No.
We'll never make partner that way. We'll get...
He was singing
Anyway.
the Captain Planet
I
song.
mean, we could be partner. We'll just be like full of DMCA.
Right.
On YouTube.
Okay.
we have so many subscribers.
Oh, this is going on the internet, you guys?
Oh, surprise! We didn't tell you.
I know we were just like cam girls or something.
Is that what we've been doing this whole time?
Yeah, I thought this was just for us.
It was only for our OnlyFans, that's all.
Yeah, check
Oh,
us
yeah.
out on OnlyFans.
Yeah, check us out.
Oh, God.
Where we dye Christian's hair.
Follow us on OnlyFans.
Which hair? We don't know!
We'll find out on OnlyFans. Christian, do the curtains match the truck?
Oh, no, that hurts. Oh, shit.
Okay.
What's happening today?
We're playing Monster of the Week.
Or shave your
Whoa.
pubes and glue them on someone else.
What do they call that? A
So-
merkin?
No, a merkin's a fake.
The fake pube?
That's just a
The
vagina
the
wig.
pube. The
Stop.
wig?
Stop.
wow.
The pube
Oh my
wig?
god. Okay.
That's my next character then.
I'm calling it
Is
here.
Merkin
I'm calling it here.
American?
Merkin.
Let's start, guys.
How is this chaotic already?
We're nervous.
So,
Oh.
we dive back into the world of supernatural and we travel back to then. We find ourselves in a richly ornate cathedral. There are white pillars holding up the lofty ceilings, great brass lamps that hang from the ceiling, illuminating the parishioners praying below. We see a pulpit and an altar in the front, gilded and draped with fine white linens, embroidered with holy symbols of the Catholic Church. In the front, we see an older man, a bit portly, looks wise in his many years, but very stern, very set in his way. And it is here we hear him speak as he delivers his homily. We live in a sinful world. All of us are born with sin and driven by unclean temptations and forces to defy his will. But believe when I say to you, beloved, that you, yes, you, have the power to resist these urges, to put God before you, and to turn away from the devil. It is within the power of the Holy Spirit, that divine touch of God himself, that we find this power. It is gifted to us upon baptism, and it's our responsibility to use this gift to resist sin and serve his will. And throughout the crowd you see nodding in agreement among the parishioners, amongst the congregation of well-dressed folks who are wearing very nice suits and dresses. It seems like a very formal attire, something that you would probably find in a more orthodox establishment. And in the middle of all these pews, we find a man sitting there, looking up at his mentor and his guiding light, Father Isaac. Josh, could you describe your character?
Yes. This is the earlier timeline I'm thinking. He is a Mexican-American man. At this point, he has just earned his priestly collar, so he's in the very pressed black shirt and slacks, shoes polished. He has a cross around his neck and very slicked back black hair, kind of short on the sides.
Sorry, are you playing the character from the game?
What game?
Are you priest? He's a priest.
And as you're sitting there, you're listening to Father Isaac taking in his words, and you're nodding along with the other parishioners, and you hear from beside you Father Matthias say, Father Isaac delivers such a great homily, doesn't he? You look to his side and you see his charred black skin smiling back at you, and his hollow eye sockets melted away, and you just smile back at him and nod, and in a very kind gesture go, and you turn back to the Father's homily. He continues, a man came to me and said, Father Isaac, I want to resist sin, and I'm listening to the Holy Spirit, but my thoughts are still impure. And I said, son, if you're listening to the Spirit, then those thoughts will hold no sway on you. And then he said, but Father, no matter what I do, these feelings stay. It feels natural. To which I said, then you choose to ignore his teachings. For men like that, only fire and brimstone await them. And with these last words, he stares at you, Father Manuel. He stares deeply with hollow black eyes like deep wells. You start looking around and you notice that the pews around you are all now empty. There seems to be a growing heat in the room. And you turn back to Father Isaac, and he's still staring at you, his eyes black. No, almost like burning coals, charred. And you see, as he says once again, fire and brimstone. His presence seems to grow and loom over you. His skin splitting open into this scaly presence, lizard-like, almost like ancient drawings of dragons, and there's fire just like seeping out of him, and it's starting to spill out of his mouth and over top of you, and you feel these tongues of flame. No, they're not tongues, they're hands. They feel like the gentle caress of a lover, and it feels so right and natural, but it chars your skin, and you feel yourself in deep pain and pleasure and ecstasy, and it's more than you can bear, and before long you yell in pain, and all of a sudden the year is 1987. The smell is putrid from the scent of the dumpster next to you. Some ungodly combination of Chinese and pizza from the nearby restaurants. There's an empty glass bottle swaddled tightly in a brown paper bag that leans against your knee from last night. You reach up with your scar-ridden wrist and rub the sleep away from your eyes, hangover still lingering in the back of your head. You groggily come to in what has become your life. And it's strange.
Oh, no.
Pause.
But I was so
That was
invested
too
in
good. This is the worst time for that
the
shit to happen.
telenovela is too good. It's too good.
Recalculate.
How's this?
There we go.
Hear me? Okay. From the top. Okay. And it's strange that you should have had such a dream, because what happened next seems way too coincidental. You hear alarms in the distance. Maybe a cop car, police engine, or a fire engine? Maybe it's a fire engine. You see red flashing lights past the alley that you are slowly rousing from. You look up, still blurry in the eyes, and you hear this scratching sound. And as you look, is that? No, it couldn't be. Is it him? As you see this figure outlined on the wall, staring down at you, it's almost like an overgrown Komodo dragon in appearance, but not quite. Things aren't right. And you can see he's heavily scarred, and you can see looks like holes in his side, maybe bullet wounds. And it's leaking out blood, but this blood turns to fire as it drops into the alley and hits the littered garbage throughout. And it's almost like he hisses, or maybe he's smiling at you. But then all of a sudden, he takes off. What do you do?
Think for a second. Maybe it's the drink, but I rub my eyes again, and he's still there, and I just get so angry that I just focus all of my rage right on his face.
You leap to your feet. Though you have a hangover, you're fueled by an anger and a presence deep inside of you that is inexplicable. And as you do, and you just roar at him and just let all of your anger out, all of a sudden the world seems to tumble upside down as the form of a female seems to run straight into you and tumble over you, and you trip and fall with her. And it's followed closely by a man in a fine pressed black suit who goes head over heels, tumbling over top of the mound of you. And Toni and David, you two have been following this dragon. You stumbled into each other, found out you were chasing the same thing, and this bum just fucked up your whole investigation right now. And you can see now the dragon rounding the corner and getting away. And God, this is bad because he's been setting fires all around the city.
Wait, what year is it?
1987.
Okay.
How did we go backwards?
How did we go backwards?
How do I know you?
How do I know you? How did I not know that I knew you before?
What?
We're gonna meet again later, and we're gonna forget we knew each other. What if David's been the father of my children this whole time?
I don't remember that.
Okay.
So
I will.
With that,
I will
Go
stop and look down at the bum that I've just tripped over, and lean down to make sure he's not dead.
Get off me! I don't need your help.
Well, good. He's not dead, David. We don't have to file a report on this.
Okay, good. I'm gonna chase after. He rounded the corner.
Okay.
Let's see
Yeah,
if I can
so-
hopefully spot
and
him.
he was booking it even before you tripped. Like, he was definitely gaining distance on you guys, and so you scramble to your feet, chasing after your prey. But over the course of the next day, you and Toni search the city, but he is gone. And that's where we travel back to the now. It is now. It's now the year 1992.
Oh, so we met and we didn't know that we met.
You didn't say my name then.
I didn't say your name. You're right.
We're retconning the name.
You could have been another David. I don't know. There's lots of Davids out in the world.
So, you, Toni, it is 1992, April. The storms down here in the south have started to roll in, and it's raining heavily. You've not been able to sleep very well last night. You can't explain why, but something's kept you up. You hear your phone start to ring.
I kind of roll over in bed and I tap the dresser a little bit, kind of like looking without opening my eyes, and pick the phone up. Is it like a corded phone that's ringing, or a cell phone?
No, it's your cell
Okay.
phone that you always carry with you, and
I pick my brick up and put the little plastic piece down, and I go, somebody better be dead or dying.
all right, don't hang up. This is Susie, and I know how we left things last time, but I got a lead on that dragon that you lost in Texas.
Oh, shit.
All right, look, a guy called in, a source of mine, says he's got information. He set up a meetup down in Houston. All right, I don't know where you're at right now, but he wants to meet here in the next day.
Well, I'm actually in Birmingham, so I'm not too far.
Okay. Well, I don't know if the rest of the crew's still rolling with you, but
I look over in the bed next to me. Is their crew?
Did he freeze?
I thought he was like...
Okay. I was like, oh my
for a
god.
second.
The GM was too stunned to speak.
So despite your falling out with Susie back at the bunker, your team has been sticking together for the time being because it doesn't seem like you have anything better to do, and there's always more monsters to
Okay.
hunt down, more mysteries to
What time is
to uncover. So
it? What time is it?
Does that mean we're sharing a room like we were before?
that's up to you. I don't make the rooming arrangements.
What time of day is it? Like, is it like still late at night, or is it?
So right now it's probably like 6 in the morning.
Okay. Yeah, we're still sticking together. David's probably awake. He's an early riser.
Okay.
He's also the only one who gets his own. Well, he and Mickey are bunking too. So.
Okay. I'll tell my contact to meet you at the Naked Taco.
The naked. I grabbed some.
I'd eat there.
I grabbed
ate there.
the little welcome sticky pads that all hotels have, and my lipstick because I can't find a pen, and I write the Naked Taco on the sticky pad.
That's just a scene from Pretty Woman.
I love that movie. What's your contact's name?
His name is, it's something weird. It's Zivon.
Savon. Okay.
Zivon. Zivon.
Cool. I write that down underneath the Naked Taco. All right. Probably a few days before we get there, but we'll head out now.
Alright, I'll let him know. And, for what it's worth, I'm sorry about what happened. I don't blame you for Evers.
Look, I'm sorry too. Shit got real weird, real fast.
It does.
I don't
in
either.
this line. Okay, so, you're heading to Houston. What do you guys want to do?
Back up to Evers?
Yeah, I'd like to back up to Evers too. He's my favorite.
Would we know in character what happened to him? Is it relevant for us to know?
It's not relevant for you to know what happened, at least not to this mystery, but I can tell you that you feel real bad about it.
Obviously, one of us broke his heart.
It was me because she doesn't blame me what happened. She don't. I mean, unless she's talking about all of us as a whole. I don't know. Anyway, fuck. Okay, I'm gonna leave.
Why are you killing characters?
I'm gonna leave Trixi sleeping. She was kicking me in the spine all night anyway, and I'm gonna go knock on the boys' door.
Yeah.
Okay. You knock on the boy's door.
I immediately opened.
Right. We gotta hit on the dragon.
Where?
Place called the Naked Taco in Houston.
The dragon's eating at a taco
No,
restaurant?
no. Sorry. Susie called me. I
Okay.
really didn't think I'd ever hear from her again, honestly.
Well, after what you did.
After what I did. After what we did. We're all guilty of this. Actually, if I remember correctly, you're the one who started it.
Okay, well. Anyway.
See if I ever sleep with you again.
What?
Anyway.
That's why I'm in this room. Oh. Okay, either way.
Look,
I've
we're gonna go to
actually-
a place called the Naked Taco.
Okay.
I think I'm hoping it's a restaurant and not a strip club.
That's
But it's
what if it's
Houston.
both? It's also a restaurant, though.
I was
They
like,
have
what
the
if it's
best
both
wings
and
in
actually
town.
has really good food?
Yeah, it could be a strip club
Good
that makes
wings.
really good
Good
tacos
wings.
that get both ends of the taco, you know?
Huh.
Juicy thighs.
Either way, we're meeting somebody there named
Vaughn.
Zavon. Here, I hit you my lipstick note.
Savon. That's what you wrote.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I'm tired, okay? We were up late last night.
Fuck it.
Just the kids got to go to bed early.
Okay. So,
Okay.
Mickey's in bed and he just screams, "Can you get that sexual tension out of here? I need 5 more minutes."
Let's load up the station wagon and get out of town.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So before you, well, actually, we'll save that. You're just getting prepared. You're moving to Houston. We'll do any beginning of mystery items that you might have once you get there. So you start heading out, and you make your way across state lines. It's a long trip. Make several stops. Gas up. Plenty of snacks for the road. Just car littered with empty wrappers and pop cans. Finally, you start pulling in to the eastern side of Texas, and you find yourself approaching Houston. Is there any beginning of mystery things that y'all want to do?
I think so. Let me see.
Yeah, I do have connect the dots.
Okay.
So if you look for the wider patterns that current events might be part of, I roll sharp. 10 plus hold 3, 7 and 9 hold 1. So I guess that's my sharp. Oh, I actually have sharp. I have sharp.
Okay, I don't have it at the beginning of mystery thing. I'm good.
Yes, I am the conspiracy theorist that works at the FBI. Great place to have those kind of thoughts, though.
Sure. I love paranoid government officials.
So do I roll? Let's see if I just... Okay. Which one of you do I not believe in? Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. That's a 9.
Okay.
So...
You get to hold 1.
Think I'm gonna go with... Okay, so yeah, based on the wider patterns, when and where will the next critical event occur?
So, after Susie filled you in on where your contact is, you remember hearing in the news that the Big Thicket National Preserve, it has been experiencing a rash of fires in the area, and so you can imagine that wherever this thing is, if it really is the dragon you've been pursuing all these years, it's going to be in that preserve, which is pretty big, but you imagine that you're gonna find it east of Houston.
Okay. You know, I was in Texas 5 years ago chasing this thing.
So was I, actually.
Really?
Yeah, it was kind of one of the earlier cases that when I inherited the Unsolvables, I mean, you know, when you see something about a dragon, it's kind of hard to not get excited and want to figure out what's going on.
It was one of my first cases, too, actually, once I went private investigator.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I worked with somebody briefly while I was there. I don't remember what his name was, though.
Well,
dressed really nice, though.
Well, I guess this is our time to finally close up an old wound. Actually, speaking of all of this, if I'm going to continue calling you my partner when we go to talk to people, I should probably at least make that official. Since you don't want to join the FBI, I at least need it to be somewhat official so that we're not lying all the time.
Look,
so I hand
I
you
don't
a
know
piece
how
of...
many times I have to say no.
Look, just hang on to this. I hand you a slip of paper, and so look, under Title 21 of U.S. Code, Section 878, I'm deputizing you. If you could please at least just humor me for a while with this.
All right, you're humored.
Thank you. Just so that if anyone starts poking around and asking more questions,
it's all official.
The
paperwork's all there.
Exactly.
I get you. I get what you're saying.
So, okay.
So, Trixi and Mickey, the old people are talking. What are you two doing?
I'm only 35.
I'm like making coffee in the
in the car.
Like, are we in the car? I was like in the hotel. Like, why? Yeah.
Look, I know that the station wagon has outlets, but unplug the coffee pot. Did you unplug my car phone to plug that in?
Making coffee in a bomb.
Yeah. Oh shit. I'm a nerd. I'm not a nerd. I thought that you guys were talking outside the hotel. Never mind.
We just got to Texas. We might be in a hotel in Texas. I don't know.
There's one of those old big converters for for a cigarette outlet to an actual plug-in outlet, and it's just this huge brick with a coffee pot on top.
Yeah.
And, also your laptop, your early days laptop, just clunky and about 5 pounds,
Mickey,
sitting on your lap.
I've had to replace my battery twice
doing research
because of you. Twice.
Yeah, but I'm keeping you energized.
You.
Oh my god.
At least put a shot of fucking tequila in that bitch.
I thought some Bailey's in there.
Good. Can't do
Unless
that.
this nerd is gonna report us for drinking and driving.
You're in the car with the police. You'll be fine. That's what I keep telling you, and you keep ignoring me. David, who's the hard ass on it anyway.
That's what I was talking about.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Are you doing anything, Trixie?
I mean, she'd be napping for most of the time, I'm sure. If the coffee pot goes on the fritz again, she would just, like, hold her hand underneath it to keep it warm. Hopefully it doesn't break. It's been happening a lot.
Again.
Trixie, don't touch the coffee pot. I've cleaned glass shards out of my car more times than I can. It's worse than one of my
I don't know why you blame the coffee pot. I've seen you shoot windows out in this. You're worse than my mom.
You know, the repair bill on this thing annually is just astronomical, but by God, does it run really well.
Well, I think Susie would help us out if hadn't been that thing.
Okay, listen, it was not just my fault. David had a very big piece to play in it, and I don't remember you or Trixie objecting.
You always get out vetoed anyway.
It's not true. I listened to Trixie. I just am afraid she's going to blow me up.
I mean, I'm nervous.
I mean, that's fair.
We both looked at you. She's like listening.
Like, my ear just, like, moved a little bit, even though I was asleep. Like,
One eye open.
Also, like, Susie told me to not let her drink so many energy drinks, but I don't want to tell the girl no.
I know. I feel like she's like mainlining this coffee. Like the other day, asked if I could get an IV.
I think
for
that the
her.
caffeine might make the magic a little bit more difficult for her to control, but, like, it's not my place to tell her no. I'm not her mother.
So, as you
Hey,
make
look,
your
the
way
Nikki Taco.
Yeah.
into the indicated restaurant where you are to meet the mysterious Zavon, you pull into the parking lot. It's a very gaudy looking place. It almost looks like it was an old, like, 50s style, like, train car diner that was converted into some sort of taco establishment. It has neon signs everywhere, just big red and blue, like, neon tubes wrapping around the entire building, and just a flickering sign that says, just taco. Nothing else, just taco. And it seems very busy here. It seems like the place people want to go.
I really thought it was going to be a strip club.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
I need to see if they have like a T-shirt that says "I ate at the Naked Taco" or "I ate out at the Naked
Yeah.
Taco."
I ate
Like-
out at the Naked Taco.
Yeah, like if they don't have that, I'm quitting.
They don't have
I
it.
need to go buy that.
Better marketing
Yeah.
department.
Like they need to get
Okay.
on this.
So you make your way inside the building, and like I said, this place is packed. But there is one table that stands out, and there is just one man sitting all alone, whereas every other booth seems to be occupied by two or more.
I assume
You
that's
think this
him.
might be the guy?
I didn't get a description on what he looked like. I forgot.
He literally got his name. You got Naked Taco and guy.
I had a really weird dream that night, and I was trying to get it out of my head, and it's all that I can think about, honestly. So that's why I forgot to ask. I'm not going to tell you what the dream was.
Oh.
It will make you uncomfortable too.
Can Trixie figure out what it is? I don't remember what Trixie can do. Can you speak to us in our heads?
No.
Or can you go in?
No,
That's
if
fine.
Trixie speaks to us in our heads, she'll blow our heads up.
I don't forget what she can do.
Yeah, that's fine.
I knew she was creepy and don't fuck with Trixie.
I can try and talk to people in their head.
No,
it doesn't
That's
always
okay.
work.
I'm going to walk up to this guy.
Matt's aesthetic playing creepy magic girls.
I would like to say that my character description is obvious cop, so I've got like a matching gray pantsuit with like a light pale like pink top underneath it, and my hair is like styled, and I've got like the gun. We're in Texas. I got the gun on the hip, just like barely out of sight underneath the blazer, and some like nice black pumps. Actually, no, it's the early 90s and everything matched. Pink pumps. Match my
Right.
shirt.
Oh, pop color.
So your group definitely sticks out in this restaurant. You see a mix of different people, but there's definitely an unspoken dress code here. There is, are we still good? It says stream paused, and I don't know what happened.
What? Should be fine.
Is it recording?
Okay. But is it recording?
Yeah.
Okay. It said stream paused, and we
Is it
couldn't see
switch
you guys
screen?
moving anymore, so we were concerned.
Alright.
Anyway, we're back to normal now. So, where was I?
The dress code.
Yes, there's an unspoken dress code in this establishment. You see a lot of flannel, blue jeans, belts with large buckles. You see, though it's polite to take off your hat, there are plenty of large cowboy hats hanging from the sides of booths and on the rack at the entrance of the restaurant. And you saunter over to this lone person. This man has short, cropped red hair, a bit curly, and he also has a trimmed red beard. He's also wearing a flannel or plaid type of shirt, long sleeves, and blue jeans. And you see he has like a little bit of a bolo tie hanging around his neck, and it almost looks like an eagle wrapped in like a laureate or something like that. It's hard to tell from this distance, and you don't want to be impolite and stare, so you walk up to him and say,
Afternoon.
"Good afternoon."
Are you, God, I forgot the name again.
Yvonne.
Zavon. Are you Zavon?
To some people. Did Susie send you?
She did. I gestured to my friends. This is my crew.
All right. He scoots over in the booth he's in and says, "By all means."
I scooted across from him.
Do they sell tacos here?
Are you standing up or sitting down?
Standing up.
Okay. A waitress comes up behind you and says, "Yeah,
Just
we
tacos.
do, hon.
Yeah, just tacos.
Do you
Trixi.
need a seat? We have a free seat in the back."
No, I'm fine. Right here.
Okay. We also have a bar up in the front there where you can sit up next to it. What? Please have a seat.
I'll throw my bag
And
next.
to paint the picture, she has a nice, sensible dress on. She has very comfortable shoes, an apron, and she is holding a platter full of like food and drinks, and you are in her way, and she's just like, "Get the fuck out of my way."
Anyway, I'll get in the booth.
Okay. So, pile into the booth. And Zavon starts speaking and says, "So did Susie tell you much about what's going on?"
She didn't elaborate.
"Well, I happen to have information about a dragon in the area. And let's just say it's a problem maker and causing a bunch of fires in the area. We, in my circle, would like some experts to take care of the thing."
Well,
What do you mean your circle?
My circle.
As opposed
Keep
to
yours.
square?
You're
If there's any
funny.
squares around you, it's you, David.
Ooh. Burn.
Huey Lewis's
Yeah,
Hippie
that's a
Square
pun.
starts
Yeah.
playing.
Zavon looks at you and says, "My family keeps to themselves, and we don't cause trouble, but we don't appreciate the type that goes around starting fires and destroying attention to us.
I can
We
understand
might
that.
be on opposite sides on a different day, but today we just need to get rid of this thing."
I'm only on opposite sides of people when they start killing innocents. Otherwise,
Yeah.
everyone else, yeah.
We want to just live a quiet life, and this dragon, it's not natural. This thing doesn't know how to control itself, and it's causing chaos everywhere. I don't like the eyes that turn towards Texas. Please dawn.
Well, tell us what you know, where you've seen it most recently.
Well,
I know that it lives in the middle of the woods out east that hold up somewhere out there. And I know it's been heading out to the edges out near town where Houston ends. There's been a bunch of reports of arson out that way. I think it's just trying to feed, but causing a lot of damage and death in its wake. I would say, go ahead.
What's the most recent place it's attacked?
Most recent place, I think there was an attack here just a couple of days ago. There was a convenience store that burned to the ground. Poor cashier working the night shift burned along with it.
Is there a body?
Not much. Certainly ask the coroner about it. Look, I stay out of police matters, government matters. Again, we want to be off the radar, and we don't want this kind of attention.
Right, question.
All right then. If you don't mind, I'm gonna head out then. All right, do you let him out?
Yeah. I'll let him out.
All right. So he gets up and walks outside, and as you watch him leave, you see him pull out a cigarette, and he cups his hands around his mouth, and you don't see a lighter, but when he lowers his hands, his cigarette is lit.
There's something a little otherworldly about him, but
Yeah, he's a were-dragon.
Did you not get that he's a demon? Was that not obvious to everybody?
I didn't get that he was a demon. Did he have black eyes?
No. If anything, he had like deep amber eyes.
Did I get any like weird vibes? Obviously, like he's weird, but like on the weird spectrum, did I get any vibes of like?
So, he is obviously weird, and his cryptic messages to you would probably lead you to think that he is not entirely human. I guess I would ask for an investigate mystery roll.
Oh, okay.
If you want to do one.
Sure. I will investigate mystery. I'm not sorry. I only got a +1.
Okay.
But I still rolled a 6, so that's
You
better.
roll 2d6.
I thought it was only 2d6 if you were...
No, you're thinking of the honey hive.
Oh, you're right. Okay, well that's 10. So I rolled 2.
All right.
So what sort of creature is it?
So you start picking up as he's talking that, maybe this is another dragon that, like, he doesn't like this other dragon and is trying to wipe him out.
Weird dragon.
Okay. What is it going to do?
Well, based on your interaction with it, you assume that he's just going to sit back and watch and see what you guys do.
Sorry, did I say demon? I meant he's a dragon.
Yeah, I just said he's a were-dragon.
No, not were dragon. He's just a dragon. Dragons can change.
You see him pull out a journal.
What? Is this not common? Oh, okay, sorry. Not common knowledge, dragons can change.
I mean, there's like a lot of different fantasy writings about what dragons can do, but there isn't any like real precedence as to what. I mean, it's kind of like the only actual dragon that we know about.
I vaguely remember reading about dragons at Susan's place. I mean, that library had everything.
I didn't read while I was there. I had extracurricular activities that I was doing instead.
Oh, that makes sense. Sure. I don't remember if I did this.
I don't know.
But I wanted to at some point do like speed reading the entire library. I don't remember if I actually did it in session or not, but I thought about it. Like
well,
we would do research really, really, really fast.
Right. I don't know if you did it in session either. I don't think you did. I would say in the time that we won't discuss here, that you were partners with Susie and with the group Hunt. You did read quite a few books, and so I will say, like, you know what? Go ahead and roll me 2d6.
That's a 1 and a 4.
1 and a 4. Okay. You read a lot, but I'm not sure if any of it will help you in this particular mystery. You might have come across some entries on dragons, but those entries are sparse and hard to come by to begin with. If you ask around the hunting community, dragons are rare, and some of them think they don't even exist unless you ran into one. So it was pretty hard to find any information that might pertain to this. So, anyway, so what are you guys doing now?
What time of day is it? Is it late? Is it early?
I would say by this time, it's probably around noon, which is why it's so busy here in the restaurant.
I'm gonna flag a waitress down.
Okay. Waitress comes over and says, "How y'all doing? What can I get you?"
I think tacos.
Okay, well, you're interesting, hon. You got a specific taco you want?
Is there a menu?
And you see next to you there's a little, centerpiece that has, salt, pepper, napkins, and then, cardboard menus, sticking out of it.
Okay, I open it up, and I'll take the number 7.
Number 7, alright. Anything else for the table?
Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna go with the Americano.
Americano, classic. Okay.
Here's a coffee.
But that's an Americano.
Oh, do we
Yeah,
have...
I looked up their menu.
Oh, is it a real place?
Is it a real place?
Yes!
Oh.
They're not in Texas, though.
Oh.
Well, then that's not canon.
I will close my eyes and randomly point
They might
to
have been
one of
on
the
that.
tacos and be like, I want that one. Oh, but it has beans on it. That's fine. I'll eat it.
El Diablo, okay.
Yeah.
What are you gonna have, Mickey?
This, and I'll do the same thing Trixi did. Surprise me.
You want that one.
Yeah.
The vegan General Tso cauliflower.
Sounds good.
Yep.
As long as they have the t-shirt I
Tofu
want.
taco.
Oh yeah, do you sell t-shirts?
No, we're a diner.
Damn.
I'm disappointed in the
Waitress hustles off.
It's cool.
A
We'll go to a department store. We'll get a t-shirt and some puffy paint.
We'll
and
make our own.
We'll make our own.
feel like there's some Danica coming through in your chest.
That's
right
true.
now.
That's yeah. I'm a mom. I have kids. I know how to appease people.
We'll just go to the mall and go to that, make your own t-shirt shop.
Yeah, we'll get you a custom shirt. It's
Yeah.
fine. The airbrush kind.
Oh my god. So
It'll just be
you brought
like
your
a cartoon
food.
taco and a sensor bar across its crotch. That's their logo.
You brought your food. You dine and enjoy your lunch. It's actually really good tacos because there's a reason it's busy here.
Always eat at the busy
Yeah.
restaurants if you're unsure.
Oh yeah. So you finished your meal. Where are you heading next?
Travis, I made a mistake. I actually rolled a 12. I forgot to add my shark to that roll.
Oh, okay. So is that
So I have 2 more hold.
okay? What else would you like to know?
You know what? After talking to this guy, I want to know, is this person connected to the current events more than they are saying?
I'll send you something.
Okay.
Right? Digital whispers.
Well, let's all get back in the station wagon, and I'll be like, all right. Well, I've been in this area before. I used to know somebody in the morgue. If we want to go and check out that body.
Oh, we go back to our looking at body days, huh?
Well, David, it's always so attractive to me when you take me to look at dead people.
I mean,
Watch me as I put my whole arm in their heart cavity. Very sexy.
You were really deep in
I
that.
was really deep in that heart cavity. There's no heart though. There's no heart.
Aren't you tired of looking at dead bodies? We've been doing this for 2 years.
Well, they're always interesting.
I was a crime scene detective for a decade. I've seen so many dead bodies. I dream about them in my sleep and don't even second guess it.
I know. You talk about it in your sleep.
Oh, some of the cases really stuck with me.
I'm sure they did. I don't love hearing about dead bodies, though.
I guess I could share a room with somebody else if you're tired of listening to me talk about dead people.
I'm just saying, I would prefer not to see another dead body if I can help it.
I think you're going to want to get used to seeing them.
If you're in the wrong business if you don't want to see dead bodies.
She's right.
I didn't ask for this. It's not like I was like, I'm just going to show up and, start hunting. I mean, I didn't. It's fine. We'll go to the morgue.
I mean, you don't have to go to the morgue. If you don't want to see a dead body, you and Mickey can go somewhere else.
Right now, we don't have any place else to go. It's not like we can have another toy shop to blow up.
Okay, look. If I had a penny for every time you guys blew up a toy shop, I would only have 2 pennies, but it's really weird it happened the second time, you guys. That Toys R Us did not deserve this.
They didn't have what we wanted. We were trying to get a Leonardo, and they only had Raphael.
And you already have Raphael, don't you?
It's funny because I would actually want to be Leonardo.
I would want it to Donatello, actually. He's the superior turtle.
Debatable.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, you guys could go check out the gas station that already blew up, see if you see any signs, any trails, any footprints, markings from the dragon, see if you can see where it went to.
Yeah,
well, we could get a big gulp.
Yeah.
You're not going to get a big gulp because the gas station is gone because it was on fire.
There's probably a gas station nearby.
Yeah, they spring up like Dollar General.
They tend to be across the street from each other. If it was a highway gas station, they're usually across the street from each other.
Right.
We only have one car, so we could do both together. I kind of want a big gulp.
I thought you were going to go look up bodies.
Well, we only have one vehicle, so somebody's going to have to drop somebody off somewhere.
Yeah, we'll drop you off at the morgue,
Yeah.
and we'll go get a big gulp.
Yeah. I mean, go get information.
Okay.
Sure. Potato.
Yeah, with a big gulp.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
What do you think, David?
I guess that's fine.
Okay. I mean, if we could trade places, I could take Mickey to go look at a dead body, and you could go with Trixie.
I don't think either of them will.
I have my heart set on big gulp.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's fair that it's always me and David going off to look at dead bodies. You guys need to.
It's kind of your thing.
But you guys need
like big gulps and toy sales are our thing. Like we got some.
Yeah,
bodies.
I still have a red stain on my carpet in my car from you spilling a red big gulp.
I tried cleaning
You
it up.
shouldn't have
It just got worse.
taken that corner so
Look
sharp.
at me,
I told you I
it was
didn't
David's turn to drive.
So,
We're never going to be Josh's character because we're just going to blow up.
pile back
This
into
is
the
giving me
station wagon.
family on vacation vibes.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's what it
I
is.
love this.
You pile back into the station wagon. The little bobblehead at the front kind of wiggling a little bit with the crispy and burnt Barbie doll head on top that came from the second toy store incident. A little memento from your many exploits together at this point. And so Toni and David are going to the morgue, and Mickey and Trixie are going to the burnt down convenience store. Okay.
I'd like to know where I can find an ex-Mexican priest.
I think there's a few of them.
We'll get to that.
I gotta.
Do you have Craigslist for
I
that?
had a dream that we
So-
might run into one today.
Oh, you
So,
Maybe.
Toni and David are dropped off at the morgue, and Mickey and Trixie head off towards the site of the burned down store.
Is Mickey driving or am I driving?
Which one do you want to drive?
If I'm driving, I would squeal the tires as we're leaving.
Oh, yeah. Trixie, she's going to, do a burnout.
It's like
And then can I
it's
just
like
crank
they
up the
think
radio?
that I have so
to,
much
like,
money to replace
something
tires
just loud?
every few months.
You're just nervously sign.
You just see us go, bye!
Next time we get back to the hideout, we're taking your fucking car.
Only I'm
So
allowed to drive my car though.
it was
That's
really
fine if you want
fun.
to stay up all night driving
Squilling the
everywhere.
tires first and gain the drive for once.
Mm-hmm.
But as you're going, you're kind of getting bored of driving. You can just let the magic do it.
Yeah, I'm totally gonna let
Oh, no!
With my no hands.
Oh,
I guess I'm almost done paying it off.
Double
Oh,
this is the
hell
best
yeah.
she's ever driven.
15.
Can you make this a convertible?
Oh no!
Can your magic make the station wagon convertible while we're driving?
Like,
Yes! As you're driving along,
David, do you think
All
there's a
of a
car
sudden-
dealership nearby? I might have to buy
all
a
of
new
a sudden
car.
Trixie lets go of the steering wheel, and it's perfect. And as Mickey says, yeah, let's do a convertible, you hear the sickening crunch of metal as the top starts ratcheting down and swishing into the back.
I imagine
You
it's
now have a-
fucking so deep. I know what I was thinking too until we started. You can't even rolls down. Sharp edges. Yeah, that's fine. Just don't go back there. Oh shit, my coffee pot.
I've only had it for 4 years, so it's almost paid off.
It's a convertible. It'll go back.
I was almost...
You don't know.
Yeah.
I hope they see this, like,
I
at
had
the
to
end of the
try-
street that they're driving down. They just hear that crunching metal as they're about to, like, walk in. And they
You just hear...
Yeah.
and then, like, chunks of metal, and then you see the coffee pot.
I had to trade in my last one because I couldn't get the dead body smell out of it.
Well, it was a hearse.
Santa Fe was a really weird place, I tell you what.
Oh boy. So as the 20-somethings are joyriding down the street, you pull into a 7-Eleven and grab your big gulps and your Slurpees and
Never
all
seen a
that.
convertible station wagon.
Finally decide, okay, we'll get to work, and you head towards the burnt-down corpse of the other convenience store.
I'll pour a little slushy out for my homies at the convenience store.
So, as you get there, you can see that there is police tape around the area, and this happened a couple nights ago, so there isn't really any presence here right now, except for a lone figure. He's an older gentleman, looks Hispanic, looks a little unkempt, kind of like he maybe doesn't care as much anymore. Yeah, Josh, what are you doing here at the site of this crime?
Oh no, I'm gonna retcon you a little bit because I'm going full Miami Vice.
Oh yeah?
Yep. So despite the heat of Texas, for those of you who aren't used to it, he's wearing one of those blazers with like the sleeves kind of rolled up to past the elbows, and he's got one of those deep V-cut like t-shirts, really thin like t-shirts on underneath, salmon colored, of course. The
And
shirt.
he's hitting his bad bitch era.
On his chest, he's got like this really big gold cross and this really like big watch on his wrist, and like the suit and the pants themselves are pure white, and
I'm in love with him.
and he's got a pair of like white like shoes as well, and like stark difference, day and night difference from the bum that was in the alleyway. He actually has grown like one of those really close shaven and kept beards, and still reverted back to that short hair kind of on the sides and black hair slicked to the side. But he's kind of like crouched down and like surveying the scene, but almost like he's listening in for something.
And out of the corner of your eyes, you do see these two young people pull up across the street. That doesn't seem so strange as the vehicle they're driving, which looks like it was a station wagon, but the back half of it got squished together like an aluminum can.
He drove under a really low bridge. Yeah.
He completely comes out of like whatever like investigation that he had and looks up at the car and is like, literally mouths, the fuck?
As we're blaring music, we shut the car off, slam the doors, and get out just like slurping as loud as we can. 'Cause we don't care.
Yeah. Should we lock it?
And as soon as we get out and we see this guy over there like looking at us, I elbow Mickey and just say like, "What do you think this dude's all about? You think we should like try
looks
and
like
get him
he's
to go
selling
away?
coke.
Or what?"
Like,
I can maybe try and make him forget he was here, and we can just like have him like shoo him away or something.
savage.
They saying this all out loud as he.
It's just like across the street between slurps. I don't know.
Am I watching these two like mouthing back and forth?
Yeah, like it's strange. Like you both are a little like confused at each other's presence. Like both of you think that this other person should not be here at this time.
real quick in my head, I'm just going to say, Alex, they're giving off a weird vibe. Why don't you circle around?
And you feel not so much an actual word, but a confirmation, like a feeling of confirmation in your head. And though it's nearly naked to the visible eye, there is a shadow that seems to not cling to anything, almost like a cloud drifting in the air, and it circles around behind them, waiting on orders.
Do I get any sense of like weird stuff going on?
I don't know. Are you?
I mean, I'm just in tune to weird shit.
Right. See?
Right. I guess, do you have a specific power, or are you trying to do something?
Well, usually, like, I can tell if stuff's about to happen.
Yeah.
If it's either to me or to people around me.
Okay.
I'm just like...
Yeah, could we just, like, read a bad situation? Like, is this guy harmful for us?
Yeah, that's
Right?
great.
Read a bad
Great idea.
situation.
Yeah.
How sharp are you? I'm a little sharp.
I'm a 2 sharp.
Oh, that's better than me.
Yeah.
I'll be like...
Do you want to help me out? Am I sharp?
Yes,
I don't remember how that works, but...
I'm a little cool. I will try and help you out. That's a 9. So you hold what?
I don't know what that means.
But I expose myself to danger or trouble.
Well, I rolled a 6. So does that mean it's a 7?
Yes.
So 7
Yes.
is like, oh
Oh,
shit, that
boy.
Coke dealer can hear us.
Okay. So what are you trying to... What question do you want answered?
I guess my question is, like, is he a threat to us? Like, should we be concerned this,
Any dangers we haven't noticed?
yeah.
Right. I guess, Father Manuel, how are you holding yourself? Like,
Do I
are
add
you...
I had 2 to what I roll?
Yeah, so
Oh, so it'd be at 9. I forgot to add what I
Okay.
rolled. So I rolled a 6. So it'd be an 8.
9. It's still a whole
And then
lot.
I don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's the same. Okay.
Yeah. Still the same outcome.
Okay.
oh, it's always 7 and 9, isn't
Yep, 7 to 9 most of the time. I'm just like I've stood up from like what I was investigating, and like I just kind of put my hands in my pants, like
Oh,
nonchalantly in both pockets.
Not down his pants, in his pocket.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this figure is giving you an air of confidence that tells you not to fuck with him, and the fact that he's at the same crime scene days after it happened, you are definitely on edge, and you feel like you should definitely be cautious around him. What about you?
Well, has he told me that information?
Yep.
Be on edge?
I don't know, did you?
Yeah,
Mickey?
I would communicate that. Like, oh shit, I think this guy's serious. Like, no.
I will.
And I would say that as part of the, kind of, as you're like staring him down, kind of judging him and, figuring out whether you can trust this guy or not, you do feel kind of a cold chill down your spine as some presence seems to be behind you now.
Is that you?
I'm
Are you
going-
doing that?
I don't know what that was. I'm gonna like look around myself to like try and see if I see anything in the immediate vicinity.
It's weird, like, it's almost like there might be something there, but it's hard to like focus on it.
Can I try and do something beyond human limitations and try and like see like, potentially into like a different realm or something? If I'm like I can't see anything in our physical realm, like one of the other realms that borderline on it.
Roll use magic, please.
While he's doing that, can I have Occam's broadsword? So it says when you first encounter something strange, you can ask the keeper what sort of thing it is, and they have to tell you its cause, that it's natural, unnatural, and stuff like that. And then I get a plus forward dealing with it.
Okay. Is that just an ability? Like,
yeah,
there's
that's
no
just
roll?
like an ability that I have.
Okay. Yeah, so I would say that in your time in the bunker, there was a book that you read that will help you in this situation. And Susie and Evers, when he still could tell you, they both warned you against using that book because it was full of some dark stuff. And some of that stuff was like summoning shadow creatures that could serve you. some people call them familiars, some call them servants, but this seems kind of like what you were warned against, like just living shadow.
Did you see that? Shadows. I read a book about this in the bunker. It's an unseen servant or shadow puppet familiar. It's some bad stuff.
Let me see if I can see it. And I rolled a 12.
Oh,
she can
perfect.
see it.
And so almost like your vision switches to negative. Like you now see this outline, and it looks vaguely humanoid. Like it looks like the outline of a man or something like that. You can see it's standing by. It hasn't hurt you yet, but it's ready. And it's right.
I'm gonna is it like right next to you?
Yeah, like it's standing over your shoulder. Both you and Mickey's shoulder.
I will grab Mickey and try and drag him away from it and see if it follows us.
Oh, it keeps pace with you guys.
Okay, yeah. You definitely got something. I'm gonna look directly at this Miami Vice dude.
Yeah.
Can I see anything weird about him?
I'm just sitting there smiling at you guys.
I'm clocking him, clocking this thing. I don't like this.
Miami Vice, these are a couple dumb kids. You almost feel kind of bad for messing with them this bad.
I'll as they're like pulling each other away from their car and being real weird, I'll just kind of the girl, did she was she gesturing, or
I would have definitely clutched myself, and I'm guessing my eyes would probably change colors of some fashion when I could see different shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you see stuff that you recognize as spellcraft, but considering the way they regard your helper, they don't seem like a big threat, especially if they're running away.
I'm just kind of laughing as they're walking away. I'll start walking towards them and be like, "You're not from around here, are you?"
Do you like supporting artists? Do you like nerdy things like Dungeons and Dragons? Then Co-op Creations SD is the store for you. You can find adorable dragons, menacing mind flayers, and jealous jelly cubes to accompany you on your adventures. Need a way to safely transport your math rocks? Then their homemade dice bags will keep your click-clacks warm. Stop on by their Etsy page soon, as stock is limited.
I'll grab Mickey's arm and hesitantly walk towards him, not putting him in front of him, but between us, but just holding on to him like a scared little girl. And as we get closer, I'm gonna take my satchel that has my book and use it almost like a weapon, keep it in front of me. Be like, I don't know what you are or what that thing is, but stay away from us.
Yeah. Calm down, Crockett.
I just do a high-pitched whistle, like you would a dog, and have Alex come to my side as the Sholo dog form, and you see a one of those bigger black Mexican hairless dogs, all of a sudden come from behind where you guys were standing, and come and sit at my side.
That's what I'm doing right now.
I move the book towards
I love the
dog.
Sholo dogs. XOLO, if you're Googling it.
Oh, that's terrifying. And doofusy.
It's like the dog.
The little black dog regards you, cocks its head a little bit, looks up at its master, looks down again.
You guys are afraid of the dog?
Afraid of that dark magic.
What are
Some
you
serious stuff.
doing here?
Obviously tracking the thing that burnt this down. You're really not from around here. You're not part of one of the covens, are you?
What? No. Why would we be part of a coven?
Well, with your gesturing, I thought you might be a witch.
I mean, I can do magic. I don't know if that makes me a witch. I mean,
Close enough.
just because I write down spells and cast magic, I mean, it doesn't make me a witch.
Pretty sure that makes you a witch.
Well, whatever. Whatever label you want to put on me.
I mean, I can do magic, just not well. I'm not a witch.
See?
Huh.
It's not like we have long noses and green skin and pointed hats.
I mean, you did the other day, but that was just that was for fun.
That was fun.
That was fun.
dress up. That's
Yeah,
different.
yeah, that was cosplay when we went to that toy store.
You really scared that kid in aisle 2.
We're banned
Anyway.
all the Toys R Us's across the
Y'all
United
are
States.
really not from around.
No, we're not. Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, well, what have you found so far at this burnt down gas station? Anything interesting? I mean, maybe we can help each other. It seems like we're looking for the same thing.
I kind of regard them a little bit suspiciously, and I'll say, well, it really does depend on if we're looking for the same thing. Why don't you go and tell me what you see here?
Okay, I'm going to walk up and I'm going to try and do my astral project task. Wrote, to try and, see what happens, essentially. So I'll, get out my book and, start, I take out some chalk and just, write it on the ground. It's, white chalk, so it stands out. And I'm going to try and do some tests. Alright. Okay. That is 12 again.
Okay. So you sit in your circle and you start reaching out and hearing, not with your eyes, but with your mind. And the world starts reforming for those around her as the past recreates itself. And you see a whole convenience store standing there again. It's an Easy Mart, whatever that is. And you see a lady leaving with a small plastic bag, walking away from the store. And you see something round the corner of the store. And it looks like a person, but if they were made entirely of flame. And they walk through the front door of the convenience store. And by walk through, I mean their very heat melts the glass pane that make up the door. And you can see the cashier through the window, horrified and crouching down away from this figure. And the figure just reaches out with his hands and plumes of flame start engulfing the whole store. It shoots a plume straight at the cashier, and he's incinerated almost immediately. And in time, the building just seems to crumble and melt around this figure, and you see it begin to walk away. And once it's a certain distance away, maybe 100 feet, the flames dissipate until it's just a man, and then the vision fades.
And I saw this as well?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's everyone can see it type of thing.
Yeah.
Homeless man in one corner was terrifying. He's giving up drugs now.
Do we recognize the man after the flame? He looks familiar anyway.
Like I said, it was 100 feet away. And, the astral projection is kind of like an echo of the past. So you can tell that there was a plaid shirt on, jeans. Seems very common in these parts, but
Sure.
You did see the direction he was heading in, and it seemed to go northeast from this location.
Okay.
Would I recognize this figure?
No, you would not. At least not from what you could see of this vision.
But we did see which direction they went.
Yeah, northeast from this location.
I'm gonna look down at Alex and tell him to get to sniffing.
Okay. Yeah, your dog begins sniffing, and he takes off at a decent trot, following the same path that this figure took. Eventually, the street that you were on, it was a little commercial hub in the middle of a residential district, and so the street lamps and the businesses kind of breaks away into housing and little gravel alleys in between the blocks. And your dog starts heading down one of these gravel roads eventually. Are the two of you following this strange man and his dog?
I'll still look to Mickey and say, this is hush, obviously. Like, I don't want him to hear this. I don't know if I trust this dude, but he definitely seems not malicious at the moment. I mean, I say we at least give him a chance, and if anything, I can just blow him up.
Yeah, we'll keep our guard up, and if anything's
Okay.
like crazy, just meet back to the station wagon and just jump in. I guess there's no roof. We were really thinking ahead. That was a quick getaway.
Just don't cut yourselves on the
Yeah.
on the top there.
And we don't have a healer.
Right.
Not a great healer.
I mean, I do my best.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's keep our guard up. I like that. That's a good idea. But we'll follow behind, like a little bit distance, but we'll keep pace. Okay?
So you follow, and down one of these alleyways, kind of tucked in between an old shed or garage and some trash can, the dog stops, almost like a pointer, and it's just staring in between the cans in the building. And you come across it, and in an old black trash bag, it's lumpy, seems to have something inside. You root around in it.
I definitely do.
Inside, you see a few articles of clothing. You see an old tattered shirt. You can hardly tell what color it used to be. Some old gray sweatpants. And a pair of decommissioned army boots with plenty of mud caked on around the edges of them.
We'll come up from behind him. Where did you find? What did your dog friend find?
Some putas out there, I guess, running around naked, and I hold up like the pair of pants and combat boots.
You see your dog starts pawing at the boots.
I'll pick them up and give them a look over.
So as you're looking over the mud on them, it's like this really deep, almost beautiful red coloration. Seems pretty unique.
Kind of like a clay.
Yeah.
Would I know anywhere nearby that would have like a clay?
Well, why don't we do an investigate mystery? That's definitely what we're doing right now.
Awesome. This mystery is a shark. Now, I have not been a player yet, so you will have to do me a little guidance here. Is it is it a base D6 and then
2d6
2d6
plus your sharp.
Okay. Gotcha.
Oh yeah, the GM doesn't roll dice. I forgot about that.
Yeah. No, I didn't have to roll dice when I was doing season 1, so it was a little weird. Let's see. Okay. 12.
Oh, you get to hold 2.
Also, I get to ask, because I have forensic divination, was there any magic done here for free without using a hold?
Oh. I would say you do sense some sort of... It's almost like, just because of your background and what you know of magic, it's almost like a taste in the air. Like, almost like an ionization. The only magic you're really picking up is what you assume happened when this guy lit on fire. Like, you assume that it's like just the after effects of his transformation into this fire beam.
Gotcha. Where did it go?
So you're looking at this red clay-like soil, and all of a sudden something kind of clicks with you. That a few days back, when you rolled into Houston, because you're on the trail of this creature again, it's gone quiet for so many years too. You did happen to see a pamphlet for the Big Thicket National Forest, and you were leaping through this booklet as you were waiting for the hotel receptionist to check you in and get your keys and all that. And as you're flipping through in your boredom, you did see some neat facts, such as that there's over 300 different types of soil unique to anywhere on Earth in Big Thicket, and that it's a geological wonder, and that it's, if you dig in just a few feet into the ground, you see these wonderful, beautiful arrays of different colors. just from the way the topography lies in this area. So thinking about that, you wonder if maybe there wasn't somewhere deep in the forest that these boots might have been trekking in.
I'm gonna assume this is my prey, but I'm also going to dig into it a bit by asking what sort of creature is it.
You look through the rest of the bag, and looking at these tattered clothes, you see burn marks all over it. I mean, you think this is your prey. This is like a telltale sign that some creature of the ability to cast fire was through this area, based on the lingering magic and these torn up burnt clothes.
I kind of, once I'm done investigating them out, I'll give them to Alex to get a good sniff.
Okay. He sniffs and he keeps on going northeast towards the edge of this community. And this community and Houston goes on for a while longer, but
I call him back as he's like pointing that direction because it seems like he's gonna keep on going by his trot. I'm assuming. I'm gonna start walking back to my vehicle, back at the convenience store.
Okay. What are you driving?
I am driving a black 1990 Ford Bronco.
Nice.
So all we saw was he looked at the clothes, the dog started going northeast, and then he just started walking back.
Yeah, so Trixi and Mickey, what are you guys doing while this man is conducting his investigation?
On my way back, I'll hand the boots to one of them, whoever's closest to me, and be like, "There's your clue," and then keep walking back to my vehicle.
What? I thought we were working together. Yeah. What does this mean?
Yeah. What's your name?
I'll stop in the middle of the road and kind of look back and be like, "It's courteous for you to give your name before I give mine, since you're the one asking for it."
Michael.
I ask Mickey under my breath, "Do we give fake names?"
As Mickey goes, "I'm Michael."
I'm Jackson. Michael Jackson? That's fake, right?
I'm Susie.
Susie Jackson.
Yeah, Susie Jackson.
Well, Michael and Susie, tell me, why are you here? What are you looking for here?
Well, that thing that lit the place on fire, that's what we're after. It's and I'll say it like under my breath, dragon!
I just, like, roll my eyes and be like, "Nobody's going to believe you if you say dragon. It's fine."
I mean, that's fair. Yeah, it's a dragon! and this time I, like, make big, like, wings. Dragon!
Are both of these people white? I gotta know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Why don't you describe your characters?
Go ahead, Mickey.
I'm a white boy. I remember I'm from Iowa.
Oh, boy.
Okay, do you want me to give what I've written down for you, Eric?
I have it. I think I have a description. I think I sent it to Travis at one point. Let's see if I did.
Are your parents here?
I don't remember my
Really
description.
Okay.
I'm like hot.
He's got like
yeah,
that like Iowa
so-
farm boy chic going on.
You see a white country boy, corn-fed, fairly muscular, kind of like a wrestler's build.
Yeah, that's right. That sounds what I would have wrote.
And he wears a tight t-shirt, and jeans. He looks very reserved, however. The girl, wears this kind of cacophony of like black and red and has a wide-brimmed hat on.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
I'm glad they didn't fly off when we were in the convertible.
You what?
I
She's a
had
wide
one on
brim.
and then it flew off.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well,
But you
it's been
caught
a while since...
Because you didn't have any hands on the wheel, so you could catch it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, when you called her a witch, you are very literally speaking, because it looks like she walked out of a Halloween costume store.
Yeah.
And
we got it in aisle 4 of
she
Activity
has
Toys.
like a vest and a skirt on, and I think it's like black leggings on. And she has like a little satchel on her side, etched with runes into the leather. Yes. So that's the two you are left with.
Knowing the neighborhood that we're in, I'm like, put your hands down or you're going to get shot.
I mean, I probably won't get shot. Mickey might.
I've been shot before. I just like have a bunch of scars. Or I've been shot and Trixi can't cure me very well, so there's just like... It's bad. You need a healer. Are you a healer?
I've been known to be able to heal some small wounds, yes, but I'd rather not have to, so please stop.
I love to think that Mickey out loud was like, I've been shot and hurts.
I apologize, Josh, out of character, that I just realized you've not seen any of this. And so everything is a surprise to you, which is super exciting.
It is.
So, anyway,
That's funny.
back to the scene.
I gave him the rundown of what happened while he was laying in bed.
Anyway.
Yeah, that's funny. You're legit seeing us for the first time.
So, what are the three of you doing now that you've made introductions and you've determined that you're hunting the same creature?
Why are you here hunting the dragon?
Well, some of our friends knew about it, and they drove us, so we're here with them, but they're checking out a dead body or something.
The super charred one?
Probably.
I think so. They said dead body, we said nah.
Yeah.
Well, no offense. It seems like they might know a little bit more about why you're here.
Yeah, probably. I mean, you want us to introduce you to them? I don't know.
You'd have
if,
to give us your name still.
Oh, yeah.
I regard them for a second, especially seeing a little bit of hesitation on Susie's face, and say, you can just call me Priest.
Judas Priest?
You're not there.
Okay, Father.
Priest. Okay. I mean, it makes sense with the necklace, but the whole outfit doesn't scream priest to me.
No.
We can find you a new look. It's
Yeah.
fine.
I was voting Crockett or Tubbs, but I guess...
I mean, where were you gonna go after this? Because maybe we'll just like tag along with you. I don't really want to go back to the morgue. That sounds boring.
I was going to chase the creature on the clues that are
Oh, yeah.
those boots that I handed you.
Oh,
Can I investigate
where-
the boots?
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah, go
investigate
ahead.
a mystery? I think it's sharp, right?
Yep.
Well, I rolled a 6.
Okay.
I dropped the boots because they hurt or something.
You see a spider crawling on you and it scares you?
Dirty. Oh, yeah.
Yes,
I think
you
I
get
leveled
an
up.
experience point, and you think that this priest character is crazy, and you think that these are just some old hiking boots that someone threw out with the trash,
Yeah,
and they missed the can, so.
I mean, I would rather follow you than go back to the morgue. So how about you just, you can come with us in our car, I guess, if you really want. I don't know if you have a car.
I swear, if it's a Testarossa, I'm gonna.
His car?
Oh, you weren't here for my car, were you?
No,
Oh no, I'm driving a black 94 Bronco.
okay.
You mean 90 Bronco, not 94. It's 92 right now.
Yeah, I said 90.
Yeah, you heard Ford Bronco.
90 Ford Bronco.
Oh, that's where I got. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
We can take ours. It's like air conditioned. It's hot here, and so we got the top
Yeah.
down.
I look at their car and I'm like, no, that's a. You know what? Why don't we go get your friends and then we can go to. Unless your friends they have their own vehicle. Do you have a way of contacting them?
Oh.
no, we don't have a phone. We can't really afford one. We're young and broke. So I mean, I can try and reach out to one of them, but we're gonna have to go pick him up anyway, so I guess we can just go that way. You can just follow us. Do you know where the morgue is?
I'll just follow you.
Okay, sounds good. If the car just like changes on our way there, just ignore that.
Exactly. I'm just probably gonna put the top up. It's a process.
I'll follow back a few feet.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, my poor car.
I'm really glad I just know what I'm gonna do.
So you pile into your respective cars and take off towards the morgue. And that's where we'll switch over to Toni and David. Toni and David, you arrive at the morgue and crematorium, and you enter the front where there's a receptionist. And she's actually more than kind to you. She sees your credentials, both FBI and deputy. And you are allowed to go see the coroner, who is busy in his back office.
I don't like the sound of deputy. I like partner. I don't like the sound of deputy.
Well, I introduce you as partner, but like the paper just says deputy because it's an official thing.
This is just your like 3-step process to get me to join the FBI.
Is it working?
So, as
I want a
you're
pink
kind
Cadillac.
of discussing this on your way down the hallway, you see a man poke his head out of the open doorway of an office. He looks like he is balding pretty severely, like friar tuck all the way back. He is wearing a nice button-up shirt, white. He has a tie on that's this kind of blue and brown stripe. Not super classy, very droll. Looks like he has some pens in a pocket protector, and is wearing some sort of khakis. And the thing that strikes you the most is, he has these, Coke bottle frame glasses that makes his eyes, look just, otherworldly large. And he says, excuse me, can I help you?
Yeah, we're here to see the body from the gas station incident.
Oh, okay. I'm the coroner. The name is Fred Remus.
The body's name is. How did you identify it?
No,
No, his name is.
My name is
Fred.
Remus, the coroner.
Okay.
You said you wanted to see the bodies. Who are you again?
I'm Special Agent David Fox. This is my partner.
Detective Toni Russo.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I suppose you can go see the bodies. 1 second, and you see.
Bodies? Bodies with an S?
Oh yeah. Didn't they tell you down at the station?
I think we only heard of one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And so he digs through and gets a set of keys from his desk, and he kind of pushes past you into the hallway and says, "Follow me." And he leads you down to a room at the end of this hallway, and you can see examining room on the glass pane leading into this door. And he opens it up and takes you inside. Inside, there are a bunch of these silver doors all lining one side of the wall. And he says, "Well, I think the one you're probably referring to is this one from the Easy Mart here a few days ago." And he pulls open one of the drawers, and inside you see the charred remains of like half of a skull and a couple of bones that might be a femur or arm bone of some sort. You can't really tell. There isn't much left of this one. Down here we got another that was about a week ago, and he opens that one up, and inside this corpse is not as charred, and it's a female, and it looks as if the burning had started, but it was stopped for some reason. And so like her middle torso is like gone, but like you can still see the head with her wide open, shocked eyes, and there's part of her left arm and her 2 legs left.
Okay.
Yeah, so we haven't identified the other remains yet, but this one here, this was Karen Ferdinand, and we found her actually out at a home on the edge of town, one of the newer developments.
All right. Is there any other bodies or just these 2?
Well, there were some other bodies, but those have all been interred at this point.
How many bodies total?
Well, we've had a hefty arson streak. It's been maybe, I'd have to count, but maybe 20 cases here in the last couple months.
It looks like all these people they died due to the fire, or did they have any other markings on their bodies?
Well, you know, I'll let you look at the files, but there does seem to be always strange, muddy footprints at each of the scenes of the crime.
What do you mean by strange?
Well, it's kind of hard to explain, but like there'll be mud outside of the building that burns down, but there won't have been any rain, and the mud is from like way out in the middle of the forest, out to the east of town. But you know, we've sent the cops up there to investigate, but they haven't found anything yet.
So the footprints just appear inside and outside of the building, but you don't see where they just start somewhere.
Yeah, it's like they just start and they just stop. I don't know. It almost, yeah, I don't like speculating. That's the cops' jobs, but it almost seems deliberate to me.
Okay. Well, we're gonna take a look at some things here and see what we can figure out.
Okay.
I don't think we're going to see
right.
much here. I think we should just look at the files quick. We might need to go talk to the police, see what they discovered when they went out and searched the area. Maybe we go out and search the area ourselves.
Yeah.
Did you hear a grinding metal sound as those 2 drove away?
Yeah. Did you not see your roof?
Oh God, I wasn't dreaming. I wasn't having a mild cardiac arrest.
Maybe you might have.
So,
well, we're going to have to buy a new car before we leave town.
So, the coroner brings out a couple of boxes and puts them into a spare office that's mostly empty except for a desk and a couple of chairs. He says, well, have at it. I'll be in the other room if you need me. And leaves you to it. So did you want to hunt through the files?
Yeah.
All right. Let's investigate a mystery then. One or both of you.
Let's do it.
Oh, sure. Ooh. 12.
12. Awesome. You get to hold 2.
That's anything. Everyone's rolling 12s except me.
What happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What was going to do? Or what is being concealed?
Yeah, but you're getting experience.
I'm thinking what is being concealed here.
Okay. So you start flipping through the files, and you start with the lady that you just viewed her body. And her file is interesting. So she had just recently bought a new home on the edge of town. But she had lived here in Houston for quite some time. And before that, she had actually lived in San Antonio. And then moved to Houston for a job. Another interesting thing in her file is that a few years back, there was a restraining order in her file. And the restraining order was against a man named Jerry DeWitt. And you're reading more, and it appears that Jerry had been in a relationship with her, but that they had a few domestic scuffles, mostly relating to his use of drugs, and she had kicked him out, but he retaliated one night, and it led to this restraining order and partially to her move to Houston. Yeah.
Are any of the other people's files say that they come from the San Antonio area?
No, but you do see some common names in there, being that one of the victims apparently had worked over at a quarry that was nearby. And this person, the police did a thorough investigation of the company and the coworkers, and one of the names stands out. The testimony of Jerry DeWitt, who was one of his coworkers and seemed to get along with the guy, but the police didn't have anything on him and just let him go.
So this Jerry DeWitt, this dead lady had a restraining order against, and this Jerry DeWitt also worked with this other dead construction. It seems suspicious.
Yes.
It's like how when we send the two youngins together, they seem to always blow up toys.
Well, I think Jerry DeWitt is definitely going to be one of our first
people that we talk
He's going
to.
to be one of the first people we need to
Get information on where he lives.
Right.
He lives down.
So, you have one more hold?
I do.
Yep.
I will say, where did it? Well, that's not going to be helpful with file. Well, maybe. Where did it go? In relating, like, are all of these attacks seemingly happening all over town, or are they in one area of town, kind of close to the woods?
So the attacks seem close to the forested area outside of town, more towards the northeastern side of Houston. And that's also close to where this quarry is, and where many of the victims have died. And as far as specifically where did it go, you find an address for Jerry DeWitt.
Oh, shit!
His testimony.
I take out my notepad, which is literally just a Holiday Inn sticky and a Holiday Inn pen. Remind me to get another book for my, and I write down the address.
Okay. You write down the address, and after perusing a map of the area, you do find that it seems he lives in some isolated area of Big Thicket National Preserve.
I tell you what, every single one of my fingers is pointing at Jerry at the moment.
You know,
I think we,
it's actually interesting because when I was looking through the files on the way here that we already have, and then comparing to what I'm seeing here, I had suspicions that Big Thicket was actually probably going to be at least likely a next place where something might happen. So either Jerry is the next victim,
or
and we need to get moving,
or he's
the one who did it.
Well, I think we need to get Mickey and Trixie and
Right.
go out there and investigate.
I do have a hold one from my role.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
in these files, I'd like to see if I might be able to find what can hurt it. Maybe someone tried to resist, and maybe there was, I don't know, some sort of sign of damage to another person that isn't these victims.
Yeah, so there is there's a reel lift tape inside one of the files. We don't have a projector to play this on, but actually I should say it's a cassette tape, you know, VHS tape. But there is a file that explains that a transcript of what happens, and in it, one of the victims is seen turning on a garden hose and trying to attack this flaming man that appears on the edge of the, well, not attack, but put out this flaming man on the edge of her property. And the creature does seem to kind of reel back at the unexpected onslaught of the high-pressure garden hose, but he then gets his bearings and sets fire to her house.
You know what we should go buy? Hear me out.
Fire
Fire
truck.
extinguisher. Oh.
Super soaker.
Oh, we could go to a toy store and pick
I
up
was
some
thinking
super soakers.
fire
Yeah,
extinguisher.
toy.
But I also like the idea of a super soaker.
But
But I don't think that they were invented until
In the 90s?
90s. They were invented in the 90s.
Yeah.
But I don't
Yeah,
think they were invented
1990.
until later in the 90s.
No.
No, it was 1990.
It was early 90s because I had a Super Soaker 150 that my sister borrowed a week after I got it for my birthday because she had to bring it to a house party, and I'm pretty sure they just filled it up with beer and shot it in people's mouths, and then she left it at someone's house. I never got it back. I'm still sad about that. And that was 1992 and or 1993 when she graduated from high school.
Huh.
I still hate you
Matt
for
is
that one.
correct. 1990.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I like the idea of a super soaker. I saw it on TV. Mickey wanted to buy one. But I think that might be a good idea. We could fill it up with water.
Oh, it was called the Power Drencher, but 91 they were rebranded to Super
It's okay. It's
Soaker.
92 right now.
So they are now Super Soakers.
I was actually thinking a fire extinguisher would be useful as well. I think you
So
can buy those at the Home
I
Depot.
will clarify that you think about a Super Soaker, and that would be kind of neat, but then you're like, oh, that would be like pissing on a bonfire. And so you think maybe
garden hose.
having something a little more strong would be more
Have
advantageous.
you ever gotten hit in the face with a super soaker? That's a strong thing.
I think
I think a fire extinguisher might be a good idea.
maybe, yeah.
It'd at least help us.
One of those ones that foam or powder.
I mean, is he a grease fire or is he?
Exactly. I think. Well, we need some way to get the fire department on call, like just.
It's just called 911. It's called Fire Department on Call.
I'm
Okay, I've got this
but not
thing
like
called the
we
Naked
can
City,
call them.
and I have personal contacts in certain categories. Now, I don't have fire department on here, but I do have police, and maybe they can help us get a contact with. But I
I
don't.
was hoping like where we can maybe have them like nearby.
I mean, we could just call in for a fire.
Yeah, I just felt like that would probably take a while.
I mean, you can just come into your whole fire truck.
I can try.
Let's meet with Trixi and Mickey and see what they've learned.
And
And then we'll come up with a plan. We'll make a plan before we go and investigate. I think we take caution and assume the worst, that he is the dragon, and plan that we might be attacked upon going to his home. And hopefully he's not, and we're trying to help him. But
you know what? Okay, hear me. Okay, here's a good idea. So we need to get them back here. So I believe our next stop should be Jared's.
Mhm.
What if we have a fire truck meet us there?
if you can get one to meet us there, like I said, I don't have any contacts with the fire department.
And then we'll preemptively water the house.
Mhm.
Or at least they'll be there already, you know.
It's really too bad we can't figure out how to meet him in a public space so that we can just trigger the fire system.
Well, we don't really want to alert him. So, yeah.
Let's go out and wait for them. You know what? It's been a year. I wonder if we should get one of them a cell phone.
Well, probably should.
Because you and I have phones. And I'm not giving either one of them my phone again because Mickey dropped it in a toilet last time.
Which is unfortunate because between the two, I feel like he would be the more
He apologized
responsible
for it.
person to own.
You know, they're young, and it's hard to trust them with expensive things. Cell phones are expensive. It's more expensive than my car payment to buy a new cell phone.
Yeah. Well, at least it's not like they can, shatter screens and you can't read the little dot matrix on it and stuff like that.
I mean, they're pretty indestructible. I'd assume that they may be even waterproof, but Mickey has proved me wrong. So
that's too bad. Maybe one day they will be.
So it's around this time.
But Mickey would be the
that,
one that would trust with a cell phone. He just
Trixi,
needs to learn.
Mickey,
Don't leave it in your
and
pocket.
Priest pull up and to the coroner's office.
I wanted to magically fix the car.
Yeah, we need to do that first.
Yeah.
Please roll.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm gonna
no.
unroll the hood and hope that we can just weld it back together.
Okay, so that is 10.
That succeeds without failure.
Yeah, so I wanted to make it seamless to before anything happens. So like there's no like gap or anything. There's no like crease.
She's done this before.
Yeah. Yeah, we did this in San Antonio. We did this in Louisiana.
You know, you do such a great job putting it back to the way it was. Like, it almost looks like it's new up a lot. In fact, you think you could even make it better.
Oh.
I'm testing you.
How can I make it better?
I think you could
Seen
maybe
that
make
red
it a little
stain out of
more
my carpet.
stylish, change the color, maybe make it faster.
Ooh, I like that. I will definitely take you up on that. I'm gonna try and make it.
Do you know what we could do?
Manuel just sees this car on.
Did you ever see the show Knight Rider?
Yeah.
Can we make this thing talk? They'd love that.
Oh my god, don't make
Okay.
the car
I will
sensitive.
I'll try and make it. Okay. That's double sixes.
Oh my god.
Coming up with a name for the station wagon.
You've been rolling way too well.
Wait, the station wagon has a name.
What is it?
It's Chandra.
Yeah.
Well, Sandra's gonna be a
Fuck it.
sassy
You have Knight
situation.
Rider.
But it's
You have
Chandra.
Pip.
But it's a chick because the car's name
Yeah,
is
the
Chandra.
car's name is Chandra.
Yeah,
I
okay.
named her in the last game.
Sandra.
The very first
okay.
episode.
Yeah. So Sandra, speaks to you. Where are we heading today?
Well, that's new. That's cool.
That's the best thing you've done today. You magic projected a crime scene. You're getting good at this.
Thanks, I'm getting better. At least it hasn't backfired yet. We'll see. The day's not over yet. Well, Sandra, we're gonna head back to the morgue. So, can you just drive us, or do I need to put my hands back on the wheel? Or
Calculating route.
We invented
Yes.
GPS.
Yeah, and self-driving cars.
Yeah.
This
Fucking
is where
Elon Musk over
fucking
here.
Tesla gets their idea.
Yeah.
Calculating route. Engaging. We will arrive in approximately 5 minutes.
This is the best thing.
Please sit tight. Please sit tight.
well, I
Some
can
sci-fi
fix
shit.
my hat. Before.
Can I tickle the glove box so the door opens?
Please don't do that.
Oh. I was like, oh, that's weird.
I'll open it up, and then I'm gonna that's where I store stuff to make drinks, and I'm just gonna make us little drinks, non-alcoholic, and then we could just
He drinks a lot of coffee.
yeah.
So, as you open
He's
the
got a
glove
full
box
frappe
to
kitten in
reach
there.
in and get your stuff, it actually, there's little arms that swing out now,
Oh.
and it starts pouring in the exact measurements you usually
Oh, this is
use
perfect.
to make your drink, and it hands it over to you
Oh, hey, Trixi, this is
before all
yours.
the mechanisms retract back into the glove box.
This is the best. This is first class. They owe us.
Right? I'm gonna charge big money for this
Yeah.
car.
We should ask them for cell phones.
Right? Yeah, we should.
I know this is partly my fault, but I really hate that you made me remember Sandra, and that this is now a living talking car.
Write that down in your list of characters.
Chandra.
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 Sandra.
With a C. Chanticleer.
Shanda with a
No.
C?
Chandra. Like Chandra.
Yeah.
Yep, okay, cool.
Can we also
Chandra.
magically wherever the station wagon the font that says station wagon whatever the brand is? Can we magically change that to it says Chandra?
Yeah.
And then the license plate says Sassy.
Activating camouflage, and you see as
my
there's
God.
just this trickle as a plate system flips
Yeah.
over, starting from the front and hanging back as this glitzy, cursive-y Chandra is written on the sides, and the license plates flip over to the sassy license plate.
I feel really bad for the priest driving behind them.
Hey, Trixi, remember the thing we saw on Yo MTV Raps with that, like, those cars that were, like, thumping and jumping, like the hydraulic system?
Alright, so... You drive to the coroner's office, because I'm done with this scene, and you pull up. Toni and David, you found just about everything you're going to find here, and so you're wrapping it up, getting ready to somehow get a hold of the two young people.
No, I'm just
Hopefully
going to stand outside and wait for them to come
damaged
get
your
us.
car too much, as you see this pimped out ride pull up in front of the building.
Wow, who's that?
With Chandra written across the side in, like, purple glitter.
What did they do to my car?
Wow.
Why do I like it?
And without the passengers touching anything, the doors open on their own, and,
Do they like eject us?
Woo!
you know what? For making me make Chandra, yes, they do.
Hey, she is
I have
sassy.
arrived.
What did you do to my car?
I will dust myself off and grab my stuff and put my hat back on. I made it better. You're welcome.
Yeah.
And a black pickup truck pulls up behind.
Oh shit,
them.
you guys are being tailed. What the hell?
Oh no, he's our friend. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
What does maybe
What
mean?
does maybe mean?
He might be the dragon. He might be a killer. He might be an 80s pop star. We don't know.
Okay, that's it. From now on, we gotta split up, and you take one and I take the other one. Because
I think your
This
idea
is the
about
same- no,
maybe getting them cell phones, we should probably just table that for now.
Oh yeah, we need cell
Do
phones.
you want the fancy car? I can make it back to boring old normal if you really want.
like this. Honestly,
I roll down the window and like pull down my thick, like, definitely 80s style sunglasses and look out at them arguing, and I'm like, are these the adults or
well, you haven't seen what our characters look like.
no?
You don't know what our
Yes,
characters.
please explain your characters,
Okay.
Toni and David.
Toni is 5'2", so she's small, but she is wearing 3-inch pumps, so she's a little.
5'5".
So she's a little less small. And she's got big curly brown hair and kind of like a coppery colored skin. And she's got big old bangs, you know. She's got big large frame glasses. She's adorable. And she's got she's wearing a matching gray pantsuit with a powdered pink, like light pink top tucked in, like a silken blouse almost. And matching pink pumps, of course. She's got a gun holster from her hip and a little badge hanging out. Obvious cop. And she's just sitting there scolding these two.
Yeah, I mean, you see another guy that just screams obvious cop, but a little more fed. Yeah, above average height, very well kept, slicked back, you know, very. I mean, he looks good.
Was he wearing like a pantsuit?
I mean, he's wearing like your typical like
Fed
federal
back black
suit.
pantsuit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the 6 foot black white jacket
There you
and
go.
pants.
I look at the girl and I'm like, Bruja, are these your parents or
What? No? Why would you assume they're my parents?
they're just dressed similarly and they're giving you both a lecture?
They're only like 10 years older than me. I mean, they're old, but they're not that old.
Hi, sir. Toni. Nice to meet you. I walk over to your door and
I'm
give
just
you my
doing
hand.
that like one shoulder lean out.
Give you my.
My dog like pops up beside me.
Oh, you got a dog.
Yeah, that's Alex.
Oh, hey, Alex. What's up?
His tongue kind of slips out to the side a little bit.
Oh, he's cute. I give him double hand scroochies.
He kind of growls at you because he doesn't like to be pet.
You still can't have a dog, Trixie.
I can have a dog if I want a dog. I didn't know I had to ask your permission.
You have to ask my permission if it's gonna be in my car all the time.
I mean, sure, that's it.
Oh, and you can call me Priest.
Priest. I look at your giant gold cross. Is it like a stage name or?
Yeah, sometimes I moonlight at your mother's.
Oh, that's nice. Somebody needs to.
Huh.
She gets lonely.
That's not what I was sure.
This is David.
David Fox. And who are you and why are you following these two?
These two were following me originally, so said that you were all hunting the same thing that I am.
Oh, you must have met them at the gas station.
Yes.
Great. What did you find at the gas station?
I look over at Michael and I'm like, show him the boots.
Oh, did we bring the boots?
I mean, did you bring the book?
I
It's
brought
up to you.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you're the ones that had
They were
a
the clue, right? Yeah, we found these. They're dirty. They're like hiking boots or something.
We saw on the crime scene information that there were boot marks found at all of the scenes of, death. So that tracks. We also found out that suspiciously somebody by the name of Jerry Adders seems to keep turning his name seems to turning up in all of his cases. What did I write? Jerry DeWitt.
I don't know who
I don't
Adders
know
is.
why I went Adders. Jerry DeWitt keeps appearing in a lot of these case notes.
Yes. That's actually our next location. So we should probably get going. I don't know how much time we have, so...
Yeah, we have the address. We have his address. We want to go check it out next. You're welcome to tag along. What's priest? Is it?
Keeper, do I recognize Jerry's name?
Oh, yes. You remember him from all those years ago, and at just the mention of that name, you are this close, getting what you need.
I try to keep my cool, but you see my hand is on the side of my Bronco, and you see these ice crystals starting to spread along the door from my hand.
Are you all right, sir?
I uncross my hand from the car. Oh yeah, fine. Let's
sounds like that name might seem familiar to you.
I know that he's lying to me, by the way.
lied about anything.
He hasn't said anything.
Oh, yeah. You said, David, you can tell when someone's lying, right?
Yeah, I know when someone's lied to me. So
Okay.
if he was lying about, yes, I'm fine, I would have known that was a lie.
Oh, yeah.
You're clearly not fine.
Clearly not fine. But yeah, I'll be like, well, he has something to do with this case for sure.
Anything in particular that you might want to add?
He's a pretty dangerous individual. Don't trust him.
Well, we have our suspicions that he could be the dragon.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Or the dragon's next victim. Either way, his ex-girlfriend ended up dead. One of his coworkers ended up dead, and a lot of people are ending up dead by where he works.
Well, it's not the only lover that he's killed, for sure.
Okay. I feel like there's something that needs to be unpacked.
Issues there.
You're not my therapist, so don't worry about it.
I'm not asking for a therapy session. I'm asking for a little more explanation. You said that there's another victim that he seems to be tied to that we don't have in any of the case files. It might be helpful to know more of this.
Well, I mean, David, he's been... We were both hunted him 5 years ago.
Were they charcoal afterward?
At least bits of it.
Not all the way. Not all of them.
Part of it. See, that's helpful information to know. That connects to everything else. Great. Let's get going. I'm going to call the fire department on the way there.
Sounds good. Do you want to ride with us, or are you going to follow us?
What exactly do you think the fire department's going to do?
Bring a giant hose that will spew water everywhere.
I mean...
Oh,
Make
we
a
did
nice
see in
sea
one of the
bath.
case files that one of the victims fought back with water, and it seemed to repel him briefly.
Bigger hose. Garden hose.
I
too
suggested
small.
that
Fire
we
hose,
that
very
I
big.
suggested we get a fire extinguisher, but
You do know that fire truck only holds so much water.
well, it doesn't hold any water. I think you have to hook it up to a hydrant.
Some of them do.
There's a
have
reserve
little.
tank.
Either way, it might be enough to at least temporarily incapacitate.
Now, how are you going to get a fire truck?
I'm going to call the fire department and tell them where to go.
Okay.
At this point, I've been with him long enough that I just believe him
You
that
want
he
to
can
believe?
make it happen. Yeah, I do. I want to believe. He hasn't really disappointed me yet.
Okay. So you're getting in your cars, you're getting ready to head to this address, and you're calling the fire department? Is that it?
Are you coming with us, or are you following us?
I will follow in my vehicle.
Okay. I get in my car,
Okay.
I get behind the steering wheel, and I go to turn it on.
Chandra pipes up. There's no need for that, dear. Activating driving protocols. Where should we go? Where would you like to go today?
I just look at Trixie and I stare at her.
What? I made it better.
How is this better?
You don't get
You don't have to drive anymore. It drives for you.
Yeah, but you don't get that feel of like your hand on the wheel.
I mean, you can still put your hands on the wheel. There's nothing stopping you.
How am I supposed to explain this to my children?
You have
You know-
kids? Oh.
They're gonna. You met them.
I know.
You came. You spent the 4th of July at my house. You had ribs.
You drank a lot.
That's why I don't remember.
That sounds
You
Trixie
seem
blew up my
distressed
spare
when I
bathroom. Don't you
offer
remember?
something.
right.
Literally exploded.
blew it up, yeah.
I was asking you.
Oh.
Just
if
to
you like
get
something.
things going.
I would like what?
You seem distressed. May I offer you something?
You should probably not drink. Someone might think that you're still driving this thing.
Yeah, I don't need any alcohol. That's fine. Can you just take us to this address and I'll read it off?
Yes, calculating now. Estimated arrival in 20 minutes.
This feels
Are
like
you
those.
sure I can't offer you something? And a little compartment opens in the dash, and out slides a little plate with food on it, and she says, I believe this is your mother's lasagna recipe.
Mama lasagna.
My mom makes the best homemade pasta noodles.
I do love Italian.
Please
cake.
enjoy as I drive. And shifts into gear on its own and takes off.
Next time you guys come over for a holiday, we definitely gotta get the homemade pasta cooking.
So you're talking about in character or out of
Yeah.
character?
In
Why not both?
character.
Oh, okay.
Fair. Yeah, why
I
not?
don't make pasta at my house. I make tacos.
Travis likes pasta.
Making tacos.
Taco pasta.
You want to bite? You want to bite of lasagna, David?
Yeah, I sure.
Okay. Can we have another fork, please, Chandra?
The cup holder flips upside down and a fork rises out of the contraption.
Okay, Trixie, you're right. This is kind of cool.
See?
You owe me one. Or like 10.
Do you want a Nokia or a Nokia?
I mean, sure, a Nokia, I guess.
As long as we can play Snake.
Yeah! I have one of those.
Would you like the top down?
What?
Oh yeah, it's convertible now.
Yeah, it's a convertible. Ask Shonda to take her top off.
Yes?
And the one thing that isn't perfect about this transformation is you still hear the retching crunch of metal as the top slowly peels its way off of the top of the car and collects itself in the back end.
Me and Alex just like look at each other and then back at the car and just kind of shake our heads.
Okay.
I hate this and I love it.
Yeah.
You're right. We should never let them into our car. You know what? Maybe I'll join the FBI so I can have a second car that doesn't talk to me all the time.
Yeah. See?
I mean,
Perks.
Just in case I need to drag my mother around. Because if this thing starts talking while my mother's in the car, she's going to ascend. Simply ascend.
I'm sure she won't maybe try to like exercise your car.
She might call the priest. Not that priest. The actual
I was gonna say, I
priest.
think he probably really do a whole
Yeah, I don't know if he's actually a priest.
I'm not really
I'm pretty sure
I
he's
think
just
he's
like...
the one that puts the demons in the things. I don't think he gets them out of the things. He's a little spooky ooky.
What do you mean? He's just a guy with a dog with a big gold cross.
oh, the dog's not a dog. You know
Yeah.
that, right? That's it. That's it.
I don't
Like
know.
a
I
shadow
mean,
creature.
It seemed like a dog to me. I give it scrooches. It didn't like it.
He looks like a dog.
It looked like it was kind of ugly, but also kind of cute.
Believe me when I tell you it's not a dog. It is a shadow creature of some kind. It was stalking us. It was creepy.
Why can't a dog be a shadow creature?
I mean, they're potentially the same thing. It's just looking like a dog right now. Anyway.
So,
I do have something I want to do on the way there.
Okay.
Knowing that we're going against a fire-based creature, my rote, that specifically is for a fire bomb. I know it's not going to do shit.
Right.
Can I modify a rote, or do I have to have a different rote?
You would have to develop a different rope
Okay.
based on a spell you've already cast.
I mean, you just saw the priest cast some ice magic.
I believe it has to be something you've attempted yourself.
I will attempt to make an ice cube then.
Okay. Go ahead and roll magic.
over 12.
Okay,
My God.
fine. You make the most perfect ice cube in the world, and we can write your road.
It's like crystal clear. There's no like cloudiness in
No
it.
air
at all.
bubbles.
Oh,
No air
the
bubbles.
perfect
Completely
whiskey.
water.
Whiskey.
It actually looks like glacier ice. It's like that deep cerulean blue.
Yeah.
Oh,
I need
man,
this.
that'd be good in a good gulp.
Meanwhile,
Oh, yeah.
I'm like putting the lasagna dish like in David's face, like.
I
I'm just
thought you
trying
were
to figure
trying
out
to find
where-
a spot to put it after you were done.
Well, it
I'm
goes
all
in the
done
CD
with it.
player.
Oh God.
It's the dishwasher as the CD player.
Right. That makes sense.
Into the engine. Because it doesn't need an engine anymore. It's sentient.
Right.
Imagine.
It's
So,
a brain inside.
as you make your way out of town, winding through the roads in the city that slowly falls away into the countryside, to groves of trees shooting up around you. The folks in the now convertible station wagon
Convertible
Uh,
sentient station wagon.
prepare themselves and wait in anticipation of finishing this long overdue task. And Father Manuel, now just please, your heart thumps in anticipation. Your palms are sweaty.
Mom's
Knees
lasagna.
weak. Arms
Hey,
heavy.
mom's lasagna.
Yeah.
As you eagerly await your revenge, finally have them in your sights, you are going to kill Jerry DeWitt. And that is where we end tonight's episode. Thank you all for joining us for Monster of the Week again. We've been excited to come back to these characters. I've been talking to Josh all week about his character, and I was excited to see him play that out. And hey, we got another episode yet to cover. We're going to finish this little mini story, and can't wait to see what happens. Thank you all for joining us. Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, if we ever use it. And make sure to follow us on YouTube. So, and your favorite podcast platform, because that's a thing too. And with that, thank you, and good night.
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye. Bye.
Jerry the Coke Dragon.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week. Make sure that whatever platform you're watching or listening on, you are following and or subscribing. If, for those of you on YouTube, make sure you go down below and let us know what you thought with a comment, and give us a like if you could. Subscribing, hit that bell. If you're on any of our podcast platforms, make sure you are following, and if any of them allow you to comment, go ahead and do so. We do pay attention, and it helps us to know where to go forward.